Donald Trump's physical health and his mental health are both failing. In fact, at this point in his presidency, with how much time he has left in office, I think it is safe to say that Donald Trump is probably the least healthy person to serve as president, perhaps with the exception of William Henry Harrison, okay? We'll give him that one. But Trump's mental health is far worse than his physical health, but we do know based on his medication list, his physical health is very much not good. The fact that a week and a half ago, whatever it was, he couldn't even walk up the steps of Air Force One. Yeah, this guy is physically in bad shape, and it might be a shock if he ends up making it to the end of his term. That does bring me to another question from one of our YouTube viewers, which I will get to in just a moment, but first, a quick word from today's video sponsor. If you or a loved one is on Medicare, this is important. Just the other week, the Department of Justice filed a massive fraud complaint against 3 of the largest Medicare brokers in the country. According to the DOJ, these brokers misled seniors, claiming to offer unbiased help while secretly steering them to insurance plans that paid the highest kickbacks. Not the best plan, not the right plan, just the most profitable one. It's infuriating, but sadly, it's not surprising. And that is why I recommend Chapter. After their own families were scammed by brokers, Chapter was founded to fix this broken system. Chapter is fully independent. They are the only national advisors that search every Medicare plan available to find the one that actually fits your needs. They advocate for you, not the insurance company. No steering, no pressure, just ethical, honest help at no cost to you. So if you want help with Medicare, give Chapter a call by calling the number on the screen. You'll talk to a real person who'll help you figure out exactly which plan is right for you. Chapter has saved the average senior over $1,000 a year, and they are a free resource for my audience. Call Chapter today or go to askchapter.org/Farron. So just to reiterate, Donald Trump, not the healthiest guy to ever serve as president of the United States. And we do have a question from one of our YouTube viewers, Jared Stallings 465, who says simply, do you think Trump will make it 4 years? Yes, I do. Just to give you a blanket yes or no question or answer, to that question. Yes, he will make it 4 years. And here's why I say that. Physically speaking, whatever is going to happen to Donald Trump is going to be fixable. I mean, for you and I, it might not be fixable, but for the president of the United States with the best doctors, the best access to the best doctors on the planet, they're going to do whatever they have to do to keep that heart pumping and to keep blood flowing to the brain. So physically, will Donald Trump, the human being, the bag of meat, make it to the end of the 4 years? I think 100%. I honestly, I don't think there's any question about that. And I will add too that yes, I chose to read this one from Jared Stallings. I did get this question a lot when I asked for questions. A lot of people are wondering, and a lot of people don't think he'll make it. I tend to disagree. You've got a guy who's got the access to the best healthcare on the planet. They will keep him alive. But they can keep the body alive. They can keep the heart going. They'll put a new heart in there. I mean, look at Dick Cheney when he was vice president, all the different valves he was getting. They'll keep him alive. But can they keep him coherent, which I think basically is, part of the question, but also kind of a different question. The answer to that is no. Remarkably, with as far as medical science has, of course, come, when it comes to the brain, we're still kind of flying blind. Most of the afflictions for the brain itself, we don't have cures for. Most of them we don't even have treatments for. If you get dementia, you got dementia. If you get Alzheimer's, you got Alzheimer's. We can't do anything. We're not there yet. Hopefully one day we will be, but right now we are not. I mean, if you get brain damage, there's nothing we can do basically. So the brain is definitely the most fragile part of the body. And given the fact that mental health experts have told us that they believe Trump is suffering from psychological symptoms and neurological symptoms, so you've got the, brain's thought processes and, of course, the biology of it, put those together, Trump's brain is not going to make it to the end of 4 years. I mean, physically it will, sure. But mentally, he will not be there. A lot of people talk about, obviously, Trump's going to run for another 4. He's going to be dictator for life. The dude's not going to know who he is or where he is at the end of 4 years. He barely knows that today. And as the stress of this job gets to him, as he has more freakouts, raising his blood pressure, increasing the risk of a massive health event, that is also impacting his mental health. So physically, the bag of meat will be there. It will not be decayed. It will go on existing. The mind, the psyche, no. That'll be long gone. In fact, it'll be long gone before we even hit the 4-year mark. We're looking at mashed potato brains for probably the last 2 years of this administration. Just a president that is totally off the walls bonkers with no idea what's happening at any point, who can barely speak, because we can see now in some press briefings he can barely speak, slurring and stammering his way through sentences. So, again, physically, he'll be here. Mentally, he's already got 1 foot out the door. Did you know that you might be missing out on wonderful content from me? I mean, you're here already because clearly you like what you see. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, share them with your friends and family, but also follow me across the rest of the social media world. And it's not that hard to do. Whether it's X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, on every one of those platforms, you can find me at the username @FarronBalanced. Simple enough, right? So get on it. And if you don't feel like going to each one of those outlets individually, lucky for you, we have links in the description of this video to take you right to my pages across all of social media. So don't miss a minute. And while you're at it, make sure you're also subscribed to the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, which I have been hosting for many, many years now. We've got more than 1 million subscribers over there, and there is fresh content over there every single day of the week. So again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel, and while you're at it, go subscribe to Ring of Fire at youtube.com/The Ring of Fire and @FarronBalanced across every social media platform. That, of course, is not considered just a far-right hellscape. Well, maybe Twitter is, but that's a story for a different day.